Something has been kind of weird with the way that I feel about things for pretty much the entire duration of my life that I can remember, up until just the last 4 or 5 years probably. Kind of a deadened state, just kind of a carelessness, and that was kind of the way that I was. Really angry and indifferent to the people around me, and not really caring so much about what happened to me, and especially not what happened to anybody else. After my parents were divorced and we moved to Oklahoma, I started kind of having trouble, So there's the divorce that happens, and then there's the move that happens. Moving is hard for kids that are 10, 11 years old. From the first day of school, I started getting into fights with other kids and having problems, and it wasn't something that I had started, so I felt justified in doing a lot of things that really weren't appropriate. And then drugs weren't really an issue for me until I got a little bit older. The problems with the law that I had mainly were vandalism and stealing things and that kind of stuff. I was 13 or 14. I was charged with my first felony, and I had stolen a shotgun out of a parked car. It would take me a long time to actually remember all the cars and wrecks and everything that I had been in. And if the laws back then were as they are now, I wouldn't have had a driver's license for very long at all, because they don't put up with that kind of crap anymore. Well, the judge gave me a choice. The judge said, you can either go to detention for 30 days or you can go down to this wilderness program. And I was like, I don't want to go to jail. I'll go to the wilderness program. The whole purpose is to kind of break you down, I guess. For a 17-year-old who's already fairly cocky and strong, a wilderness program really isn't going to break him down. All it really did is give me more confidence in the illusion that I didn't need anybody else. But I came back, and I was like, I only needed half a credit of art to graduate from high school. So I was like, I really need to go talk to the high school and see if they'll let me do this one last class. And they said, okay, we'll let you take this one class, but you come to school in the morning and you leave. I just kind of kept on doing concrete work and drinking on the weekends. And one of my friends had brought some meth one night, and he was like, here, you want to try this? And I was already drunk. I was like, yeah, sure. So I tried it, and I liked it. And I started doing it on the weekends and ended up being up all weekend. Well, so then on Monday, how are you going to go to work if you spent the last 48 hours up? Well, okay, so then it turned it into a regular, everyday habit. And I quickly found out that a lot of the guys that I was doing work with were doing it too. And it turned into a really expensive habit. I started spending a large portion of my paycheck on it. And I was like, maybe I should sell some of this, because I can't really afford all this. I could, but I wouldn't have any money for anything else. And so I started selling it to support my habit and bringing it to work and selling it to the guys at work. And, it just kind of...
Where would you get it?
So the friend that had initially introduced me to it, once that happened, I started meeting a lot of other people, and eventually, met people who I could get it from at a cheaper price, and that kind of thing.
So it's an MLM.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.